What's going on? We back, Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Blessings to the brothers and sisters out there supporting the channel. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And we just did a live stream earlier today, 2 days in a row. So let's see if I can put a week together of live streams each day this week. Challenge to myself, I guess. Hopefully everybody hold me accountable for that. But let's talk about the Lions. A lot of people are talking about, or some Detroit Lion fans are talking about pairing Devin White from LSU, the linebacker, and Jarrad Davis. Now, there's some benefits and there's some issues that can hurt the Lions with starting both of these guys. Obviously, people want White to start in the middle, kick Davis to the outside. You got Devin Kennard on one side, you got Christian Jones on the other side. Christian Jones provides versatility. He can plug the middle in. He's played the middle in Chicago. He can Devin Kennard can put his hand in the dirt and go after the passer if need be. He's more of a rusher than a dropback linebacker. But my issue with these two playing together is that they're not big enough. And when you're not big enough, that means you got to be able to be physical. You got to play bigger than what you are. And for the teams that's going to have the power rush, the power run games, the Rams with Todd Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, we play them next year. Dallas Cowboys, pretty nobody in the NFC North we have to worry about a power run game. Dalvin Cook is pretty good, and Jordan Howard is really dropping off with Chicago. They're really getting away from the essence of what he does well, and that's really a volume runner with Tyreek Cohen taking some touches away from him. But that's no here or there. But those teams that run it down the gut, you gonna have a problem. White is 6 foot. He measured at 6 foot. And there's been smaller linebackers in the NFL before. There's been Derek Brooks. There's been Ray Lewis. It's some, but you got to be truly, truly special to man in the middle being that small. And it's going to be a learning curve. And, at least you want to compensate for things around him, which was he playing with another 2 outside linebackers that have some size. He playing with some big defensive linemen. He playing with a box safety that got some size. And the issues is the Lions don't have some of those things for Davis and the White to be running together. They don't have those things. So you really gotta, you really want to restructure how you think your defensive line, That means they get Trey Flowers, perfect fit. He's more of a strong defensive lineman, balanced guy that can play the run good, that can take up some blocks. Harrison, perfect guy. I would have to move Hand to the outside and bring in another big, size defensive lineman to really eat up the offensive lineman, to really plug the gaps, to really make it hard for the running back to get to the second level, to provide the linebackers with the coverage that they need. Because once those big guys get to the second level and put their hands on those 6'1" linebackers and Davis and White, it's going to be a wrap. That means they have to use their agility and they have to use their speed, and then they're going to have to be there to plug the hole and make sure tackles, And that's what it's got to be. And for Davis, he ain't a short tackler. And the thing about Davis, he's not good at tackling, and he's not good at covering. So, what's the point of me keeping him out there if he can't tackle, he can't cover? And that's a good idea why they need to get him out the middle. But on the outside, you got to tackle, you got to cover, you got to man your side of the line or your side of the defense. And if you don't tackle and you can't cover, they're going to just run at Davis' side all day. And if White, being a rookie, he have any struggles, he have a problem covering or tackling, then especially with coverage, they both can't coverage. When teams are with 3 and 4 wide receiver, they in dime and nickel sub package coverages, and they can't cover, and it's a problem with White covering, or it's a problem, we already know Davis, he don't improve his coverage, then their speed is not a factor no more. So then on them, we can't cover, and then we got a problem with them being able to tackle and keep the big offensive linemen off of them when they get to the second level because they're smaller. You can't go out there with 2 smaller linebackers out there, I'm telling you, unless they play bigger than what they are, and White probably does play bigger than what he is. But you got to remember, it's going to be a learning curve for Devin White. I think that's his name, Devin White out of LSU. The middle linebacker position is like the quarterback of the majority of the defense. It's like the brain. It's like a brain. They use most defenses that I remember back in the day, our middle linebacker called the defense. He got the signals for the sideline. He called the defense. What we was going to come out in. You know, not a bad idea to get Davis out the middle. But if you're going to get Davis out the middle and you're going to go smaller, you know what I'm saying, you better be sure. And like I said before, I'm a big promoter of C.J. Mosley plugging in the middle linebacker. He's 6'2", a little bit bigger than White, but he's experienced. He's known as good in the run stopping game. He's known as good in coverage game. He's a known commodity. Gonna cost you a pretty penny, but you know what you're gonna get. High character guy. White, you rolling the dice because it's gonna be some ups and downs. There's gonna be some learning curves there with White. You know, if you able to have time enough to get past the learning curves and believe he'll be able to learn faster, you know, you can get away with it. But it's not all gravy. You know, it's not all gravy. It's not all about speed. It's about skill. And his running mate don't have the skill Davis. He can't tackle. He can't cover. And if White has any issue with tackling and covering, there go our linebackers right there. And then you spend a first-round pick, and he's struggling. And then, you know, where does that lead the Detroit Lions? You got to put Christian Jones in the middle for a minute. You got to go back to Davis to White get it. You know, but, you know, not to just talk about the negativity, but the good thing is speed. You know, you can go out there. You go out there and base packages, 4-3, 3-4, whatever they want to run. You know, 4-3 over, 4-3 under, bare front, whatever you want to run. You go out there with those two linebackers or those two linebackers in particular, and you can put them with their speed on some slots. If they learn how to cover, Davis in particular, you can put them on some receivers. You can put them on some tight ends because they can run. You know, they're going to get there. They're going to be able to run sideline to sideline. You know, on bubble screens, jailbreak screens, and you know, running back screens. If their intellect is high enough to sniff it out, they'll be able to get sideline to sideline. But when we get sideline to sideline, can you stop it? Can you make those tackles? But they ain't got to worry about too much sideline stuff. You go out there with two 6'1" safeties undersized. Linebackers undersized. Teams gonna run right down the gut. Even teams that's not known for running the gut down. NFL is all about exploiting your weaknesses. So if you do start both of those, once again, you got to get your defensive line together. You got to move hand to the outside, get a bigger defensive tackle in the middle, or a strong guy in the middle that's going to be able to play his position and play his role. You have to go get you a Trey Flowers to start off on the front end, a good balanced defensive end. They can hold down the line. They can take up those blockers up there, so your linebackers can run clean and make clean tackles. Then again, you be playing with smaller safeties as well too. Quadre Diggs is a smaller guy. Tracy Walker is 6 foot something, but he's a smaller guy. But he'd be the coverage. I mean, he'd probably be the coverage safety, and Diggs probably be more your strong box safety. You know. Then again, you got to make sure you go out there and you find a cornerback that's going to be able to tackle people like Greedy Williams. You know, in this hypothetical, it's probably no way to get White and Williams. You know, unless an injury or somebody dropping the draft because of character issues. But you know, you go out there and let's say you get another middle linebacker that mirrors White later in the draft. You draft Greedy Williams. Again, now you building a fast defense, but you're not physical. You know, now you got Davis. Now you got some other middle linebacker out there. Now you got Greedy Williams who can't tackle. Who too small, scared to get his nose dirty and mix it up. 184 pounds, you improve the speed, but you hasn't improved the physicality of the team. So once you go out there and make a decision to start White and Davis, you feel me? Once you make that decision, you have to accommodate things around them so they can succeed. Starting with the defensive line, right? Starting with cornerbacks that can move up and play the flats and get their nose dirty and play the run. Starting with, you know, make sure your safeties can feel, you got a strong safety that can fill his void and be physical and be big. It's a lot of things when you go small at the middle linebacker position that you got to have to really keep them guys clean and accommodate their lack of size. But it can work, especially in this new age of football where they tossing the ball around 30, 40, 50 times a game. They just got to be able to make critical tackles in the run to keep teams from really doing a wing T on their ass from back in the day, the power run game. But it's just my personal opinion on this, something for people to chew on, some food for thought for people to think about real quick. But once again, I appreciate everybody for checking in. Appreciate everybody that came on the live with me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And don't forget, we on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship. Quickest way to reach out to me is email, then Twitter. It's the second fastest way. But once again, I appreciate everybody for supporting Motor City Sports Talk. Keep sharing the videos. I'm going to keep being active and keep, dropping content, man. They can keep hating, but hey, I'm going to keep doing what I do. Once again, blessings to the brothers and sisters out there. Everybody stay safe, stay strong. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We gone.